Hello, my friends. Amberlynn is on Instagram again doing a Q&A, and it's it's so stupid. I think she's asking herself a lot of questions, and if not, then I fear for humanity. But anyway, let's just go through this and see just how crazy and stupid this gets. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie. The first question is, will you post weight loss vids again? Yes, of course. I mean, again, she doesn't change. Nothing changes in her life, ever. So, will it be weight loss? No, of course not. She's never going to lose a significant amount of weight. She can't. Her absolute need for instant gratification and her narcissism will never allow her to lose weight in any meaningful way. She will try Weight Watchers, she'll try all kinds of stupid stuff, but she'll never actually lose weight. Oh, here's one that somebody actually really wrote. I love you, Amberlynn. Love you and thank you for the support lately. Now, here's the thing. Again, I say this a lot, but I am surprised how many people do like Amberlynn. And it is kind of concerning that there are that many people out there that see what she does, know about her, and still continue to say stuff like this. And they do say stuff like this. But I think in the grand scheme of things, there are very few of them, but there are more than there should be, for sure. When will you be back on YouTube? Miss your vids. I'm posting on the 24th. I'll also be revealing what the future of my channel will look like. I don't really care what you say. What's going to actually happen is you're going to talk about nothing. You're going to talk about food. You're going to talk about food. You're going to talk about food. You're going to eat. You're going to talk about food. You're going to eat. And then you're going to have hauls. I think that's it. And maybe talk about reaction channels every once in a while. Not a question, but I'm so proud of you. You're so strong. I'll always support you. Thank you so much. Swirling hearts. Okay, good job leaving yourself a comment. BPD is a valid excuse for certain situations. As a mental health professional, you're valid. If that was a mental health professional, I'm the Queen of England. I don't think a mental health professional would say BPD is a valid excuse for situations. So, yeah, good try, Amber. What did you eat today? Oh, goddamn rice and beans, quesadilla, corn on the cob, and chicken. That's it. Come on. Okay. How are you ever going to recover from the betrayal of your trust? It's insane. Never. I will not trust another person again. Again, great question to ask yourself, Amber. But all anybody has done is just expose what you have done. You know, by saying, basically, look at this behavior. This is Amberlynn. This is the person behind the scenes. That's it. I mean, sorry. You suck. And when you hurt people enough, and you hurt enough people, eventually they're going to start talking to each other, and they're going to start going, hey, you, me too. Let's talk about it, you know? And if you are a public figure and you are saying things about them publicly, then they have every right to go, hey, let's talk about that together publicly. So suck it up, Buttercup. Will you continue to advocate for your mental illness, even through the BPD shaming? I'm going to do the best I can. Shut up. Bro, you're not advocating for anything. All you're doing is, in fact, what you're doing is making people with BPD look terrible. You just take every horrible behavior you've ever done and go, this is my BPD, and this is my BPD, and this is my BPD. In fact, I have heard a lot from people with BPD. I've gotten a lot of emails. And again, I'm kind of going through them, and I'm working on a video where I'm going to be talking about a lot of those. I've got some really great information coming up, but almost all of them say it is infuriating to hear her talk about BPD because they have it and they're like, I don't behave like that, right? And if I do, I don't use it as an excuse because you still have to live your life. You still have to do things when you have BPD. You can't just use it as a crutch. What Amber does is uses it as a pass to act however she wants. In fact, I think that's why she was so excited to start talking about BPD so much, is because she realized, like, wait a minute, I can just do whatever I want and then claim it was BPD? Hell yeah. It's like, as long as I use the magic words at the end, I'm good. Are you going to unblock Jordy on Insta? No. I've completely erased him from my life. I haven't watched him in months. I don't need his Instagram following me. I'm good. Okay, you got him. Don't you think building Legos would be better than buzzballs? Haven't had a buzzball in months. Built some Lego today. So, yeah, you haven't had a buzzball, but you had like 17 White Claws in your members only live. You were fucking hammered. You were so drunk. And that was, what, 3 days ago? So, yeah, I think you missed the point. What you're going through is beyond traumatic. I truly hope life will be nicer to you. Greyheart. That seems morbid. Thank you. With time, it'll happen. Bro, imagine she is sitting here writing this to herself, right? She's like, you know what? I'm going to say, what you're going through is beyond traumatic. And then she goes to the answer and goes, thank you. With time, it will happen. Life will be nicer to me at some point. Shut up. Amber, no one is shaming your BPD, but engaging and triggering content isn't very helpful either. I think what they're saying here is, bro, you're not helping by reacting to Salty Crab and just staying on YouTube and being right in the middle of it. If you had mental illnesses that are triggered by all this stuff, maybe step away from it. Maybe ignore it, you know? But she says, yes, there are people shaming my BPD. To say no one is a complete lie. Bro, I'm not shaming BPD, and I'm not convinced she doesn't have BPD, right? I think she probably has some form of BPD and some symptoms, but the narcissistic personality disorder is just written with Amberlynn in mind, it looks like. Like when you look up the symptoms, you're just like, holy shit, this is every single one. So there's definitely overlap, but her narcissism is overwhelming, you know? So I've had a few people comment and mention HPD, which is histrionic personality disorder, and the symptoms for that are very similar to NPD. So it seems like it could be a possibility, but I actually talked to a real psychologist and they said HPD is really rare, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. So this is something I'll kind of keep an eye on, and I'm actually going to continue talking to the psychologist about some of this stuff because what they have to say is very interesting. So I'll kind of keep you guys posted on that. So for now, it'll be something that is sort of in our back pocket, but I would still wager to say that NPD is probably more likely, but you know, we'll kind of figure it out as we go. And of course, we're not diagnosing anybody with anything, but we're just kind of using Amberlynn as an example of somebody who might have something like this. I miss when you were more open about yourself. Will your YouTube ever get back to that? What are you talking about? More open about yourself? She talks about herself constantly. I'm not sure what they mean by that. I'm not sure what she means by that. Because what else could there be? She has nothing going on, right? What could she talk about that's more open than I bought some shit today? You know, I went to bingo with my mom and I'm feeling sad because of my BPD. Like, that's it. That's all she can talk about. And food, you know. If I'm being honest, it feels like the spirit has completely left me. It's a really sad feeling. The happy Amberlynn, the bubbly and positive side of me, is lost.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Well, then go away. Get off the internet, bro. Here's the thing. She should get off the internet. She can't, and she won't, but she should. And I mean, lucky for the rest of us, she's just going to stay. I believe that you are in the right. All of the people coming after you right now are money hungry. Thank you, Sparkles. Yeah, man, that has to be Amber. It's either Amber or another person just as delusional as she is. Because here's the thing, man. If you go into her members only live, there are some trolls, but there are some just generally nasty people in there. That is the audience that she fosters, is horrible people. They're dead naming, they're just saying awful things about people in general, and they're just generally shitty people. So yeah, that's who she is, and that's who she attracts. Oh, this is a great one. Did you ask for an apple that one time or 2 chips? She is still saying that she ordered an apple. Now, this could be trolling because she actually, in that time period when everybody thought TikTok was going to be banned, they were all like admitting to things, and she said, I really ordered 2 chips. Actually, when she admitted it wasn't the wrong order, I think she was talking about the sandwich. So I think she's using this as a way to be like, yeah, I ordered the turkey sandwich, but I actually did order an apple and not 2 chips. But I call bullshit. And just a reminder of what she's talking about.
They gave me 2 chips, although I asked for an apple, but that's okay. Oh, they gave me the wrong sandwich. Oh no.
Bro, I can't watch this without cracking up because it's so dumb. It is so obvious that she's lying. It is so stupid.
Oh. I got the Mediterranean veggie sandwich, which is this delicious hummus. There's like a pesto.
Yeah, that looks like a regular turkey.
Yeah, this is like turkey with bacon and cheese.
She said turkey with bacon. Ugh. Oh my God, it's bacon. Shut up.
I'm really, really upset right now.
I'm really, really upset right now. That is one of my favorite moments in girl world history, is when she got the wrong sandwich. Oh, it's so dumb. And that's where she got a lot of attention on TikTok, was from this. Because everybody saw it and was like, that is so dumb. Come on. Oh, yeah. Stop taking the high road. Take the back alley and expose them, just like they have you. So, well, let's read her answer first. I get that's what a lot of people want me to do, but I genuinely would not be happy with myself if I did that. Shut up. You have no morals, right? She has no qualms saying anything about anybody. If she had tea, she would spill it, period. There's no question. She just doesn't have any. In fact, when she finally decided to like expose Alexis, her big reveal was she wanted me to make out with her girlfriend. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, that was the tea that she has, you know? And of course, if she heard me say that, she would go, oh, I have a lot more tea. You just don't know. You have no idea how much tea I have. Like, shut up. Taco Bell or homemade tacos? Who cares? Imagine her typing this. It amazes me how strong you are. Been through so much, yet still here. So beyond proud of you. That sounds familiar. So beyond proud of you. Thank you, Amberlynn. You're welcome, Amberlynn. Okay, this is wild. So how can you like Yo Mama when they've been caught laughing about kicking and killing a cat? All right, so let's read her answer first. I found out about that today with the rest of you, and my heart dropped to the floor. I no longer like Yo Mama because that is without a doubt the most awful thing to do. It makes me sick to my stomach. Here's the thing. Yo Mama is a bad person. She attracts bad people. So, of course, when Yo Mama started showing her attention and all of a sudden Amber's like, ooh, I like this person, the chances were good that they were just a terrible person. You know, we didn't know that they were going to be doing cat killing and laughing or whatever. But generally speaking, her audience, the people that like her, are just bad people because they're like her. Watching anything on Netflix at the moment. Netflix, no. Hulu, yes. She takes things so literally, and it's probably a sign or a symptom of being stunted, right? She's so childish. Her mind is stuck at like 13 years old. And so the person asked, watching anything on Netflix, what they were meaning is, what are you watching right now? Right? And even if this was like a genuine question, she missed the point. They don't care what it's on. They were just saying, are you watching anything right now? Just like the buzzball question, right? They had mentioned buzzballs, and she was like, I haven't had a buzzball in a long time. They weren't talking about buzzballs specifically. They were just saying, you've been drinking. And she has been drinking. So she's just so used to playing the semantics game that she does it even with the mundane and stupid things. Have you been journaling recently? You made me start, and it helps so much. Yes, I've been journaling a lot. Sparkle. Yeah, I mean, apparently she really does journal a lot. Because even Beck said, yeah, she has a lot of journals that are filled up. But what the hell does she have to talk about in her journals? Right now, she has a lot, right? Because Salty Crab, you would not believe what Salty Crab said about me today. And I would imagine there's probably a lot about Zachary Michael in there, you know. But it just seems like her journal would be one of the most boring journals on earth. How does it feel to be the main character in so many people's life? Girl, you better work. It's exhausting. Here's the thing. You are not the main character in reaction channels' lives, right? And like haters. Generally what we do is we see that you've done a thing and we go, hey, I'm going to talk about that. We talk about it, we put a video up, and then we move on with the rest of our life, right? Until you do another thing. And the people that just watch reaction channels, they like to just see the stupid things you do. So they'll go, oh, Amberlynn did a thing, and they'll watch it and they'll go, huh, Amberlynn's an idiot, and just move on with their life, you know? It's not like we're thinking about you all the time. When we notice you've done a thing, we'll go, ooh, I'm going to talk about that. And when we're done talking about it, we don't think about you anymore until the next time you do a thing. Girl, Stop Talking is for the best. I really like you and I understand your side of things. If you understand her side of things, you're a terrible person. I'm sorry. Either that or you haven't heard the rest of the story, right? You haven't heard, because think about this, right? There's one person, Amberlynn, saying her side, and there are so many other people on the other side all agreeing that it went a different way. Why would you believe the one person that has an incentive to lie to make themselves look better, right? Now, you could argue that Beck and Destiny and all them have an incentive because of money, but they weren't even doing this until Amber wouldn't shut up about them. So, no, that's not what's happening here. Now, luckily, Beck is starting to get some of her money back that she was owed. But, no, if you understand Amber's side of things, you were on the wrong side of history, friend. Girl world history, that is. Not actual history. This is all stupid and pointless, but it's fun. So, she says, stop talking, not happening. There were too many times where my silence made rumors true. I don't think that's how it works. Stuff is either true or it's not. So if it turned out that the rumors were true, that's because the rumors were true. Your silence has nothing to do with it, dingus. I'm no longer going to let that happen. And too many times where I let people just bully me without standing up for myself. I deserve better. I deserve to have a voice, period. Girl, you have a voice. You won't shut up. Like, that is the problem. What this idiot is trying to tell you is if you would stop talking, things would go better for you. You just keep making things worse for yourself. Shut up. Gonna respond to Destiny and Beck said cause they dragged you to hell in the live. I assume that is supposed to be gonna respond to what Destiny and Beck said. But whatever. There was zero dragging. 9-year-old texts of me being hurt isn't dragging. They looked pathetic. No, again, the reason these old texts, and not all of them were from 9 years ago. Some of them were from like 2020, 2021. But even the 9-year-old ones are still relevant because you are still the same as you were back then. You act exactly the same. I think my cats would know you if they met you in person. Always see you on my TV. Gross. That person, gross. Y'all, she's allowed to speak. This is her life. Let her speak on it. Exactly. How about this? She didn't have to put it on the internet. You know what I mean? If she doesn't want people talking about it, stop posting it. Used to be a hater, but the shit they pile on you is too much. Supporting you 100. Bullshit. This was absolutely Amber. Darkside Phil does this a lot too, where he will type himself a message that says, I used to be a detractor, but I came and watched one of your streams and I found that you are so smart and so handsome and you are right about everything. So I am now on your side. Like, yeah, okay. Don't allow this moment in your life to define you. You are strong and will persevere. I won't be diminished to any of this. I think it's supposed to be by any of this, but whatever. There's so much good in me. You haven't shown it, if there is. With healing and DBT therapy, I'll be better. She is expecting, again, if she's actually signed up to do DBT, which I would be very surprised if she's actually going to be doing that. But let's just pretend like she's going to be doing DBT. She is, just like with weight loss surgery, she's assuming that it's going to be a magic pill that'll fix everything for her. But everything I've heard about DBT is that it is hard, it is difficult, and it is long. And it is a lot of single, like one-on-one therapy, and it's a lot of group therapy. It is grueling, and a lot of people don't get it on their first try. Does that sound like anything Amber could ever even hope to think about doing? Of course not. She cannot handle anything that is the slightest bit difficult. But again, she's probably not doing it anyway, so who cares? How do you have the restraint not to reveal all the tea you have on your exes? Again, that's her. How do you have the restraint? You know, like, she doesn't have any. Because I know for a fact that I will feel a lot worse doing that than not doing it. She's so moral, you know? She's just so good. She's so good, you guys. We all have our demons. I just don't think it's right to put people on blast like that. What happened in private and what was revealed in vulnerable times where you felt you could trust your partner, that all should stay there. Yeah, okay. But again, you don't have anything. If you did, you'd share it. With Alexis, as soon as you decided that that's some tea that you want to spill, you just kept saying it over and over again. You said it in your members only live, and then you said it twice in the follow-up live. She wanted me to make out with her girlfriend.
She wanted me to make out with her girlfriend.
So, yeah, that's the tea that she's got. And if she's got it, she'll share it. Not Zachary Michael going on an internet break when you're on break. Crying, laughing emoji. Didn't I tell you? Diagonal crying, laughing emoji. So this is probably Amber typing to herself because nobody cares. And yeah, so honestly, that makes sense, right? If your job is reacting to Amberlynn Reed and she decides to go on a break, my thought is, this is a good time for a break. You know, if she's going to go on a break, then hey, I'll get some time off. I don't see the problem with that, you know? In fact, if this was my job and she said, I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube, I would probably be like, hell yeah, I'm going to go on vacation. You know, I'm going to do something for a week or two. Of course, she was like acting like it was going to be a long break and she was gone. Well, she wasn't gone. She just keeps popping up, you know? Is it not exhausting to believe you're never the problem? Oh, I've been the problem. If you think I'm saying I haven't, you aren't hearing me at all. The only 2 times that I've ever heard you say you're the problem are Beck wiped me because of my hysterectomy and I manipulated them for their time because of my BPD. Both of those things you've blamed on something else and never taken actual accountability for. What other situation is there that you've been the problem? I would love to hear that. Explain to me when you've been the problem other than those 2. When it starts with not a question, you know it's going to be ass kissing, and it's probably her. Not a question, but you deserve better. Been watching you for 5 years. Love you so much. I appreciate the support more than you know. Thank you. And again, I would say a lot of these were her asking herself these questions or typing these comments. But I think we're going to be surprised how many people actually like her. And I have to assume that if they're not terrible people, which most of them probably are, some of them probably just don't know. They just don't know what's going on. They've only heard her side. They found her somewhere, somehow, and they just see her getting, roasted all the time because she talks about it all the time. And they're like, wow, this girl's getting picked on. And they probably think it's because she's fat. But again, most of them are just bad people and they all kind of flock together, right? Like your mama. Where and when did Zachary Michael say about his break? I missed it. I've had a few people message me. That's always her excuse for knowing what's going on in girl world, right? Some people have messaged me and told me, she is constantly keeping up with Zachary Michael, Jordy, Salty Crab now, Karina Kaboom, everybody. I just went and looked at his YouTube. He hasn't said anything on there, which is ironic because he would always complain about me not posting on YouTube to let people know that I'm taking a break. Rules for me, but not for thee. That's her new thing she says too. She said that in the Salty Crab video. I'm pretty sure it's rules for thee and not for me. Whatever, she's an idiot. First of all, and I know Zachary Michael goes by he, they, but I don't know. So did Zachary Michael ever complain that she was not posting about going on a break? I don't understand what she's trying to say here. He hasn't said anything on there, which is ironic because he would always complain about me not posting on YouTube to let people know. So is she saying that Zachary Michael would say, girl, if you're going to go on a break, tell us you're going on a break? I don't think they ever did that, did they? I mean, maybe, it's been a while since I've really watched Zachary Michael a lot, but I don't think anybody really cares if you give us a heads up that you're going on a break. I don't know, maybe he did. Zachary Michael isn't on a break. He just had a migraine. Nah, he's on a break, hun. He always is when I don't post. What an asshole, So Amber's wanting everybody to believe everything she says, right? But when Zachary Michael says, nah, it's this other thing, she's like, yeah, bullshit. I don't believe you. She's such a prick. BPD is a reason, not an excuse. You need to apologize for whatever you do during a BPD moment, which you don't. Yes, I do. I always apologize for what I do during a BPD moment. You aren't in my life, so you wouldn't know. Bro, no, you don't. I mean, and here's the thing. If you do it in your private life, I would be fucking surprised, first of all. But most of the things you do that people are talking about are public, that you can see. There are videos of it. So they need to be apologized for publicly, right? Because you've embarrassed somebody. You've done something to somebody. Beck and Destiny's video just shows that they sucked as partners and as people, LMAO, didn't help them. No one is perfect, but the more they share, the more I realize I was being used. Shut up. Oh my God. This is Darvo, bro. This is absolutely reversing victim and offender. Rewriting history. It's been years since they were all together, since any of them were together. It's been years. And they were not saying anything until Amber just wouldn't shut up about them. She talked about them constantly in her videos. And so Beck finally had enough and said, all right, fine. You want to play that game? And I think they were probably hoping that she would get the hint and shut the fuck up. But, a narcissist, they can't. But no, they were perfectly content not saying anything about Amber. So it's amazing that she pushed them into saying something. And then when they say something, she's like, I was being used the whole time because they just wanted money and wanted attention. Like, shut up. And here's the thing. Beck and Destiny did show a lot of messages and stuff that made them not look great, right? But they've changed since then. Amberlynn hasn't, right? They had the chutzpah to show the messages that don't make them look great. Amber highly edited the messages that she showed, all the receipts that she showed, because she wanted to cut out all the stuff that made her look bad or that didn't, back up her narrative. So this is 100% narcissist retconning history, right? Rewriting history to serve her narrative. Round up anyone's exes and there would be a lot of shit to talk about. Exes are usually bitter. Literally. Right? She realizes she's an ex too, but it's not about bitter. It's about exposing an abusive and narcissistic relationship. But she can't handle that, right? She cannot allow herself to be thought of as a narcissist or the abuser. I mean, we are watching Darvo in action with this whole arc. And then this is the last one. Who is Susie is lame? I don't know. So this is the person that posted that. All right, so this is, missed you. I'm glad you're finally saying something. Heart. So a lot of the people that like Amberlynn are like this age, right? The age that would post stuff like this. I don't know how old she actually is. I don't know, man. It's either a narcissist in training or they just don't get what's happening. They don't understand the nuance of the fact that Amberlynn's not being bullied. She's the bad one, right? So hopefully one of these days she'll figure it out and she'll learn she was on the wrong side here. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I just thought it would be interesting to go through that Q&A that is either hard delusion or her just answering her own questions, because she just can't stop making herself look like an idiot and a pathetic loser. You know, she's not helping herself any with this, guys, at all, which is fine by me. I'm here for it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.